Can meditation change your nature? When we say our nature, we mean what comes naturally to a person. The way we think, the way we feel, the way we comprehend with the world, and the way we behave are all outcomes of our nature. So how is this nature formed? Let us understand this. Our nature is formed by four aspects of consciousness: Aham, Buddhi, Manas, Chitta. In Vedic philosophy, these four combined are known as Antahkarn Chatushtya, or four parts of consciousness. Aham, also known as ego, it means identifying ourselves as the body and associating with the word I am, I have, me, mine. The sense of belongingness and individuality is what we call as ego. Buddhi, intellect, it refers to our intelligence, our thinking ability, or the way we process information. Manas, or mind, it is the part of consciousness which reacts to external stimuli, or we can say is the source of our emotions. Chitta, or the memory, is the storehouse of experiences which we gather as we move in life and see different things. To understand how this works, let's take a real life example. When we are young, we are always curious about things around us. A very common occurring is the curiosity to touch a hot vessel. We are always tempted to touch the things which specifically mentioned do not touch. So when we touch a hot vessel, we get a burn on our hand and also a lesson for life. The mechanics of these lessons are much more complex than we think. Keeping in mind the concept of Antahkarn Chatushtya, let's analyze step by step what happens. Whenever we are in a situation where we have no prior experience, our memory does not function. It is in learning mode. So it provides no answer, leaving the mind to do the work. The mind without memory works through the feeling of curiosity and drive our intellect to touch the hot vessel, so that our ego is satisfied. This experience then gets stored into our memory as a lesson learned. And when in future we are again faced with similar situation, our memory flashes the way we got burned the last time, which makes our mind scared to do it again. The feeling of fear then sends signal to our intellect not to touch the vessel, as it will cause burn to our body again. The memory is where we store our experiences. So when we interact with the external environment, we are constantly creating memories. In every situation of life, the memory brings forth the past experience through which our mind generates feelings. And our intellect uses these feelings to decide what action to take. And it will take the action which is best suited for our aham or ego. When we meditate, we enable our mind and intellect to grow much more than an average person. For someone who is spiritual, the word I diminishes from their life gradually, which means their ego is not as strong. They no longer associate themselves as just another individual, but as a part of the nature, making them more humble and open. And when we surrender to nature, we enhance our ability to perceive information from the outside world. Our mind is able to grasp much more experience and knowledge, which means we broaden our horizon of thinking. And when we give our intellect much more information to process, it results in creative and out-of-box thinking. With higher concentration, we are able to process information in a better and much faster way. Overall, this combination helps us in becoming a better version of ourselves.